This video is a step-by-step guide on how to download and run Tornado from the command line and how to connect to the Tornado console from a web browser. Tornado can be hosted on Linux, Windows, or using a containerized approach such as Docker. In this video, we're using a Windows machine. If you haven't done so already, go to our free trial page and select the Tornado product and submit this form to receive a license key. The first email you receive will be to confirm your email address, and the second email will contain the license key. From our resources website, you can download the latest Tornado software as a zip file. This zip file contains the executable and all the documentation needed to run Tornado. Before we start, Tornado needs a couple of folders in place so it can run and source the templates it needs. On this computer, I've created a top-level folder in my C drive called Docmosis and then added a Tornado folder. However, you can set up Tornado in any folder you choose. Within the Tornado folder, I've created two folders that Tornado will need to run: a working area, where the software will create a cache and log files, and a templates folder, where the software will source the templates. Start by copying the var file and, as we are using a Windows, the batch file to the Tornado folder. Let's have a look at the batch file. You'll see that the majority of the file is commented out, but there are options to control the port that Tornado will start on. By default, it will use port 8080, but if that is already in use, you can change that here. Tornado is a Java application. The bat file starts the Tornado with this line. You can control which version of Java is running Tornado by replacing this Java command with this line. This line should also be updated to use the specific location of the version of Java you prefer. On this server, we can check that Java is installed. I'm running an open JDK that's provided by Azul Java. When downloading your open JDK, ensure you're using a Windows 64-bit version. You will also be required to install LibreOffice for Windows 64-bit. When downloading LibreOffice, avoid versions that are quite new. Please talk to our support team to get their advice on the version we recommend at the time. In my program files, I can see that the installation of LibreOffice I'm using and the version of Java I'm using are in the same area, and therefore both are 64-bit and compatible. Let's start Tornado for the first time. Once Tornado has started, you'll be able to connect to the console from port 8080 using a standard web browser. Go to localhost :8080. Now that Tornado is running, we need to provide some more information so that it's able to generate documents. When Tornado first starts, the status of the engine will be down. In the configuration page, you will need to provide a license key. Docmosis engine will search and look for an installation of LibreOffice. To use a specific version, enter it here. You need to specify an area where Tornado can find templates. In this case, we're using this folder. Next, specify a working area. During your trial with the admin password, tick the box that says Admin Password Allow Blank. You should now save these settings, close, return to the window where Tornado is running, Control-C to terminate that original job, and restart Tornado. When Tornado starts for a second time, you'll see it provides information about the license key. And once it tells you that the service is available and listening on 8080, you can return to the console and refresh this page. Tornado has now moved to the Status tab. We can see the engine is running. If you return to the configuration page and remove the ability to have a blank admin password, enter a string for your password and save. Then, the next time you visit this page, Tornado will require you to enter a password to be able to reach the console. From the status page, we can see the engine is running. This top area shows the templates that Tornado can see. Tornado comes bundled with a welcome template. Let's open that file. And we can see that it has some simple fields for date and message. From this next panel, Docmosis can query that template and generate some sample data in either JSON or XML that matches the fields it found in the template. Further down, we have the PDF output format selected, and in Tornado, if you click the test button, the generated document will appear in the browser. Tornado is now up and running and can generate documents. Watch our subsequent videos to see how to create your own templates and generate documents via the console or by using the API. Thank you for watching.